I have so much fabric laying around. Hey Bestie, it's Lisa. Welcome or welcome back. Today we're gonna make DIYs using Dollar Tree and other fabric scraps. I just love these beautiful fabrics that I have. Some of them are just scraps I had, some from Dollar Tree, and then I've got this wooden round sign from Dollar Tree. I'm just gonna carefully remove the pumpkin by heating up the glue and using a little spatula. It did break in a few spots, but I'll glue that back together, and then I sanded it down just a little bit. Now I'm gonna cut some slits in the fabric and rip strips from them, and we will use these. We're gonna make kind of like a diagonal design of different colors of the scraps, and I'm gonna put it down with some Mod Podge. You just lay the Mod Podge down, press the fabric over it, it'll stay very nicely. And I'm just gonna alternate in the pattern that I choose. You could do this, with any fabric you want and any pattern you want, any direction, whatever you like, whatever suits your fancy, if you will. And this is just what I wanted because I just love this fall look. I think it's so pretty, and I don't want everything just perfectly straight all the time. Now we're just gonna take some scissors and trim all the way around the edge carefully. You could also use an X-Acto knife for this, but the scissors work just fine. You just push them up against the side of the wood round, and there it is. Now I'm going to paint the top of the pumpkin white. I had already glued the pieces to make sure they were nice and secure. And then over the white, I'm going to add some gold metallic paint because that way the gold is much more vibrant. If you just put the gold on the wood, it's not quite the same. And then you can still see the indentations where that pumpkin was, and that's where I'm going to attach it. And I'm just going to use some little tacky glue that I have, or actually this might be wood glue. It doesn't even matter, to be honest with you. Use any glue you want. And I didn't use hot glue because it would have dried too fast before I could lay it down. And this glue will dry clear. Now I'm going to take another strip of the fabric and I'm just going to hot glue it together. So wrong sides together. That way the whole thing looks like the pattern. And we're going to make a hanger with this. We're just going to hot glue it to the back, and then I'm going to add some masking tape over the top to secure it. I just thought that would be really pretty and it would coordinate very well with the other fabric. That particular one's also on the front side. I've got this beautiful sunflower with a very sparkly center. I'm just going to cut off the backing, pull off the little clip, and I'm going to put some hot glue on it. And we're going to attach it in the upper right hand part of the circle. And then I'm also going to tack down some of those little flower petals that were sticking up with a little drop of glue. And I've got these beautiful leaves. They have a little bit of a gold cast to them. You probably can't see it here on the video, but trust me, they're there. They're my favorite fall leaves. And I'm just going to put a couple on each side with some hot glue. And then I'm going to add some kind of greenish leaves just to give it that little pop of green. They're not like vibrant green like spring or summer leaves. They're more like early fall leaves. And that is it. It came out so pretty. Let me know what you think. I love using scrap fabric. Really pretty piece of scrap fabric, and I've also got a plastic little vitamin container that's all used up. We're going to take that scrap piece of fabric and we're just going to fold it into the center of the open jar. So lay it in the middle on the wrong side and fold it over, and I'm going to take some hot glue and just tack down those edges that were kind of sticking up, the four corners, if you will. And we're going to make a pumpkin out of this. I'm going to stuff the rest of that fabric, just the excess that I had cut off, into the center there just to fill it up a little bit. Then we're going to take a little bit of twine. I'm going to start in the middle and just hot glue it down. And we're going to wrap it around and around and keep rotating. And it's going to look like those little indentations on a pumpkin. At least that's what my goal is here. And just to kind of make a quick, easy little pumpkin decor piece, just wanted to show you could take a jar, a glass, whatever you have at home. And this was like basically a piece of trash. I'm going to take a little bit of tissue paper. Some people use tin foil for this. And I'm just going to twist the top real tight and leave the bottom a little bit wider. And then make sure it'll fit on top. This is going to be the stem of the pumpkin. And I'm going to take some rope from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to start gluing it around the widest part of the tissue paper. And we'll just go around and around until I've got the whole thing covered, not all the way to the top, but pretty close. So here you can see I'm going to cut off the edge and then cut off the little bit of white that's left of the tissue paper. Now I'm going to fray the top, and then I'll hot glue that down over the little hole where I cut the tissue paper. And now I've got a cute little stem that looks very rustic. We're going to put a lot of glue underneath around, especially on the rope part. And we're just going to attach it right to the top of the pumpkin. Anyway, it's such a cute little pumpkin. You could stop right there. But I did decide to add a few leaves and a flower. I just thought that would be really pretty for a piece of decor. Once I get the leaves and the flower on, I am going to take some pit berries and make little tendrils. If you've watched my channel for a while, you know I love to put these little tendrils on pumpkins or even little flower displays for the fall. I just feel like it just fits the season so well. So we'll get those leaves on, and then I will wrap the pit berries around my finger and then cut off, you know, as long as I want it to be, unravel it a little bit, and then hot glue it one to each side. And I'll do that, you know, twice. And I don't use a pencil because I think it makes the tendril very tight. And I kind of like the width of a finger for this. But of course, you do any way that you like, whatever makes it easier for you. I just love the look of this. I think it's so pretty. This was so easy. It came together so quickly. Honestly, anyone could do this. I think it'd be fun to do with the kiddos too. You'll have to let me know what you think of this one. Pieces of leftover fabric from the Dollar Tree, just scraps that I still had in my stash, and also some shower curtain rings. I'm going to use 4 of those, and we're going to make some beautiful napkin holders for the fall. We're going to cut slits in the fabric, and then I'm going to rip the strips down. I love the way the edges are when you do that. It just gives them a very like frayed rustic look. And so we're going to do that until we have quite a few, and then we're going to do it to both fabrics. Then I'm going to figure out about how long I want them to be. And so I decided to cut this one into thirds. Now I had a little bit more of the purple one, so I still only get 3 cuts out of it, but then there's a little left over that I can either save or toss depending on how much if it's worth using. Now we're going to do what's called a lark's head knot. We will fold the little strip of fabric in half, put it under the ring, and then open the hole and pull the 2 cut ends through. You pull that through and tighten it, and that becomes a lark's head knot. I'll show you one more time so that you can see what I'm doing here. Fold it in half, push it underneath the napkin ring, or actually in this case, you know, the shower curtain ring, and then push the 2 cut ends right through the loop. And then you just pull them carefully. And because of the little frays, you have to kind of push down the bottom part to make the knot. And now look how pretty that is. And we're going to do that all the way around the ring, and then I will split the middle on the opposite side of where they open and close those little rings, and I'm going to add some leaves and a beautiful fall flower. So we're going to make 2 out of this particular fabric. I'll cut off that stem, that would just get in the way of gluing it down. Add a generous amount of hot glue, and we'll put that right in the middle of those leaves. And now what a beautiful little napkin ring we have. Isn't that cute? And it opens up on the bottom because that's how the shower curtain would have worked. So we'll do 1 more like that, and then we're going to take the purple and we'll do 2 more like that. So here I've got that one ready to go. I'm going to put leaves, and this time we'll use these little baby purple flowers that I got at the Dollar Tree. They were just a great match for this and a little bit of a different look. And I wanted the flowers to match the fabric. I love using different colors for fall that aren't only the traditional colors. So like this blue plaid and purple plaid, I think that this looks great for fall. Let me know what your favorite colors to decorate for fall are. Do you go only traditional? Do you do non-traditional like this, or do you mix it up? I tend to kind of mix things up because I like the combination of different looks together. So there they are, all 4 of them. I think they came out so pretty, and I just love it. And there's a little towel. I just wanted to show you an example. Anyway, let me know what you think of these. Are you ready for a super easy scrap fabric DIY? We're going to take this burlap fabric with the flowers on it and 2 of my old coasters I've had forever. I'm going to take some linen white Rust-Oleum chalk paint, and I'm just going to paint a couple of coats over the top of these coasters. I've had these for like, oh my gosh, probably getting close to 20 years, and they're ready to be changed. I just don't need that design anymore, even though I like it. So there it is, all done. The paint's dry, and we're going to take this burlap fabric, and we're going to find a spot where it makes the most sense to set them on upside down, and we'll cut that piece of fabric out. That way we only have to work with a smaller piece while we're, attaching the fabric to the top of the coasters. These are going to be so cute for fall, a little bit rustic, and a lot of fun. So now we're going to take Beacon Fabric Tack glue. You could use any glue you want. It could be just white glue, but I just know this Beacon Fabric Tack glue dries a little faster. And of course it dries clear, and it will very much adhere to the burlap. So we're just going to, I'll speed this up because you don't need to watch me squeezing this all over the front of the coaster. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go over the whole thing, and then I will turn it over and place it directly on the back side of the fabric. So now they're both on. I'm just going to press over the top and make sure that they are very well adhered. And they do dry more quickly, like I said, with the Beacon fabric tack glue. I'm going to go around the edges with my scissors and cut off the excess. And if you have any little stray pieces from the burlap, you can snip those as well. Or just press them down is another thing, because it's still just a little bit wet. So now we've got both. I'm going to add, I think I did 4 coats of the Minwax polyacrylic. I want to make sure that these are waterproof, because when you put a glass on it, sometimes glasses sweat, and I don't want the burlap fabric to get wet. So I'm just going to put several coats, and especially around those edges so it doesn't seep underneath. And there you go. How quick and easy was that? And they're adorable. Let me know what you think. Are you ready for more inspiration? I've got another video here I think you will really like. Click on it. I will see you there. You are truly a blessing to me. Bye.